This is your monthly reading for the month of May. What I was getting for some of my Aries is almost like a sense of restlessness. I'm feeling kind of almost impatient, wanting to get things done. That's kind of the energy that I'm feeling for a lot of the Aries that I am tapping into. Let's see what your main energy is for the month of May. All right. We have here not good enough, frustrating relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear or ego issues, jealousy, talking, interested, conversing more, awaiting message, arriving text, call, email, hoovering, and photography or photo. Look at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. And that's for your shadow. So, Aries. What I am picking up for some of you, that's what I was sensing. For some of my Aries, you guys have felt like you need to rush something, rush a situation. And for some of you guys, I think it's to rush to have a conversation with someone. I'm kind of I'm picking up that for the majority of Aries that I am tapping into, it was either you or this person, but whatever this was like a recent breakup. This is what I'm really sensing is something happened in this relationship and it didn't end quite well. It could have been due to having self-sabotaging the way that you view relationships. Somebody didn't have trust in the other person. Somebody probably made false accusations. You could have had a partner that would stalk, make sure like you really weren't cheating or you really weren't doing things that they thought you shouldn't be doing. Whatever happened here, Aries, it led you to... It led you or the other person to leave. And the one that felt rejected, the one that felt abandoned, I'm getting a sense that it was kind of like a codependent relationship where if you were the one that's been abandoned, it's almost like a sense of not feeling enough, feeling like you have to prove your love to this person. And you might be doing it by sending them a bunch of messages or trying to get this person to open back up, reconsider walking away. But whoever's doing that is just pushing the person further away from the situation. Because now they're like, oh yeah, well, I definitely want to break up with you. Like, here you are trying to convince me not to. And this person is like, no, I've made up my mind. You could be the person that walked away or the one that's been abandoned. But because I'm feeling that you are not good enough, I am sensing that for a good majority of my Aries, you guys are the ones that have been left. Now, I am mostly sensing that this is a more relevant relationship that is more previous, or at least, this has happened for like maybe a couple of months. For some of you, I do feel like there's a very small select few of you that this has happened in the past and that this is just bringing it back up for you because maybe there are things in the past that this has happened where, say, you've chased this person or you tried to get you just tried to get this person because you miss this person so much that you try to get this person to want to take you seriously, and this could just be resurfacing back from the past in order for you to heal it. That's for some of you as well, some of the Aries that I am tapping into, but I am sensing for a lot of these Aries, this has been more of a previous connection that has taken place. And due to this happening, it has caused some of my Aries to start to devalue themselves. If you were the one that felt abandoned, it's like you trying to chase back for this person's approval is only making you feel worse in the end. And I think that you're acknowledging that. Because for some of you guys, I think what happened is you tried to get this person back and this person kept rejecting you to the point where you're now just backing off, but you still feel that sense of hurt. You still feel that sense of abandonment And because of that, you're having a really hard time accepting the situation. You're having a really hard time in moving forward in it, and you're not quite sure how to handle it. It seems like you're trying to appear to the world like, oh, I'm okay, but really you're struggling. As kind of what I'm sensing. For some of my Aries, I think that you acted impulsively in a situation. You could have, like, again, you could have broken up with this person and you did it in an impulsive way, or you chasing after this person. I'm just sensing that you were being impulsive in this situation. And I think now that you've looked back and reflected upon it, you're kind of seeing that, you're kind of acknowledging that. That maybe some of the approaches that you took, you can see why that person could have been scared off, or you can see why that person did what they did. And it makes it kind of hard because I am sensing that you did really care about this person, but what is going on really is the underlying of you are holding yourself back from really going forward in life with other people, because it's almost like you're waiting for this person to message you back. I'm also sensing for some of you guys, you're the type of person that watches a lot of tarot readings and you're like, oh, they always say this person's coming back, but they never do. And I think that for some of you, that is something that kind of keeps recurring to you. And it could be too that the reason what you're feeling is you're feeling the energies of, like, for some of you guys, it's because you're so fixated on this person, like wanting this person to come back is why they don't come back. It's like you have a chokehold on this person, and it's like you're expecting this person to love you, but you're like suffocating them, like they can't breathe. That's what it feels like, and it feels like that even on an energetic level. And even though, say, if you two are separated physically, it still feels like you're still holding on to this person so tightly, and you need to release your grip. You have to allow this person to fade away, because if they're meant for you, they will come back. And that's kind of just what I'm really feeling for some of my Aries here. Is this has been a relationship to where somebody I feel like felt like they weren't enough in the relationship, started chasing this person down, and in the end felt very hurt, lost, and betrayed. Felt like they wasted their time, and end up feeling like almost regretting chasing after this person. A lot of you guys, it could be actually, like it says, checking their photos out online. Maybe you actually have an actual copy of a picture with you and this person. I'm also picturing one of those photo booths that like print out a strip of pictures. I feel like there's somebody that has one of those and is just staring at it all the time, or like looks at it, glances at it from time to time, because it's like they're out in the open. And even though you're not with this person anymore, it's like you still, like, that's a piece of you that you feel like you can still have a piece of them by like watching it. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Like, you look at it because you reminisce about this person, and it's almost like you feel closer to this person when you like stare at their picture. And that's keeping you stuck too. It's keeping you stagnant. For others of you guys, just I'm not really getting very heavy like stalking or anything, but some of you guys could really be, eyeing down somebody's profile, or I guess be eyeing down yours. Take it as it resonates. I mean, this can be the other way around, but I am getting a sense of just there's things that isn't helping you get over this person, but yet you continue to do it anyways, because I think that for you, this was a hard relationship to let go of. Because I think you really had a lot of hope in this connection, and now you're kind of coming to that point where you're like, okay, maybe I really can't find true happiness in this connection. For some of you guys, this has been really hard to communicate. Wow. Excuse me. With yourself. Because it almost seems like for you, it's a tough energy, because it feels like you're upset because you want to communicate with this person, but I think you've tried so many times. And I feel like for some of you guys, this person might have even blocked you, which caused further pain. So what is my Aries dealing with for the month of May? There we go. But I'm also sensing for some of you guys, this could have been a sudden like breakup. Something to where it caused you to be more in shock about it. You weren't expecting it to just happen the way that it did. And for some of you guys, you saw it coming, but you just didn't see it coming in that way, which really shocked you guys and really brought you guys to your core of like, just really brought you down to your knees, just really made you feel, again, lesser than. A lot of my Aries, I think, are feeling like luck wasn't on your side, and it seems kind of like no matter what you did, it seemed like, this person really wasn't ready to really commit to this relationship. And for a lot of you guys, I'm just sensing that there's just a lot of emotion there that you experience with this individual. And I'm also, you might be dealing with a Libra, or a Sagittarius. I'm seeing all the elements here. Capricorn. I'm just going to name off the ones that I see that are, Leo, Capricorn, Libra, Sagittarius, most predominant. And then you have your air signs, earth signs. Not very much earth, but I do sense Capricorn, and your water signs. So I just wanted to point that out. And some fire signs as well. So, Aries, you could be dealing with a person that at the time when you communicated with this person, because I'm also starting to get the feeling that now, the more that the energy started to stable out, the more I, my goodness, in more that I'm getting into this reading, I'm starting to sense that maybe you were the one that has been abandoned, and it's left you with the memories of what this person has said. And for some of you guys, you could have said something that even you regretted saying to this individual. But I am sensing that whatever this person has said to you, it has really stuck with you. It has really shaped how you view yourself. And it has really shaped how you don't feel valued, you don't feel loved and appreciated. And it's interesting is because I feel like my Aries has a good sense of like, oh, I'm going to get this justice. And it feels like that to me. It's like, in a way, this is kind of what I'm getting for some of my Aries. Whether this person comes back or not, I will make them see the error of their ways by how amazing I strive. It's like you're using that to try and power yourself through. But that can only take you so far, because I feel like for some of you guys are using your ambition in the wrong way. And you don't feel like you're strong enough. Because I'm getting the sense for some of you guys, you're trying to prove to this person your worth. And by trying to prove your worth, it almost devalues you even further. Because what this person, you're looking at this person like this person had all these options and they narrowed it down to one specific option. And that it wasn't you. And for a lot of you guys, I'm also sensing that you narrowed it down to this person being that option. You're waiting on this person to message you, because you view this person as your one and only. You view this person as somebody that you can see yourself with. But as time has going past and time's going on, it seems like there's no communication to be had. And then that's where your shadow side comes into play, Aries. That's where all that toxic behavior, it's where there's that part of you that for some of my Aries that I'm dealing with, you are now seeing your shadow side for the first time, or at least in a while, to the where it kind of scares you a little, to how I'm just sensing you want to control the situation, you want to control this person. And I'm not saying you're trying to do it in a malicious way. It's just, it seems like you're really trying to get this person's attention. And when you don't get this person's attention, it's almost like you get angry, you get frustrated, you get really upset. Because again, you want this person to value your worth and to see it, because you feel like if once this person sees it, it's like it's going to change. You know, this relationship, everything's going to change. But you juggle back and forth, like, is this person really ever going to see it though? Because it seems like the more you try, it seems like the more this person will try to ignore you, or the more this person will block you further, or it seems like the more this person looks at you like you're crazy. And it kind of, I think, upsets a lot of my Aries. Because, and again, Aries, this could be you, you could be the other person, you know, this could be the person you're dealing with. But I'm just going to stick with this scenario because I'm feeling this one right now the strongest. And it's like, this person could have caught you in a lie, you could have caught them in a lie. But what I am sensing is somebody probably you could have like lied about, oh yeah, I'm doing great, I'm doing fine, but this person can tell you're not. You could also try and just make it, it feels like you're trying to make yourself, like, talk yourself up. And it's like this person seeing through that. And it's weird because it seems like for some of you guys, this could have been a childhood crush of yours. And for others of you, this could just been somebody that you've known in a past life, or, you know, it's there's some kind of connection here that is linked to this person. And for some of you, I'm getting a lot of it is like, for some of you, it's childhood. This is a childhood person. And for others of you too, it seems like this person and you are no longer really, not even fighting. There's like nothing there anymore. It seems like you guys' energies are stagnant, and you're like, well, you gotten to the point, Aries, well, if this person's not going to contact me, this person's going to block me, or this person's going to do this or that, then I'm just going to wait for them, you know. And it's like you're trying to better yourself, which is great, because I'm sensing that to some capacity you want to better yourself, but you're doing it for the wrong reasons. You're doing it because you want this person to see your value. You want this person to realize what they threw away. You want this person to reevaluate the situation. But what's happening was this person and you, it's like you want the upper hand in the situation because you felt like this person defeated you in a way. And you know how Aries can get competitive. You know, Aries people can be very competitive, very ambitious. Honestly, sometimes it's a trait I wish that I embody more, but I don't. But that's what I'm sensing. There's a part of you guys that is having to take that time to really reflect upon, well, why do I want this person's approval? And it might come down to you feeling like you weren't worthy even as a child. And you felt like it could have been like, I'm sensing for some of you, it was a grandparent. Okay. For some of the areas that I'm tapping into, you had a grandparents that took care of you, that raised you, like as if they were your own parents. And you felt like you were never good enough for them. You felt like you could never reach the standard that they expected of you. For others of you, this actually was parents. But I am sensing that for some of you guys, there was like a grandfather or grandmother that has really influenced you. And I think that the reason you have, because I'm really sensing, not like hostility, but just like aggression in a way where it's like, I want to win at all costs. And I think that that's what is something you're going to have to let go of, because it almost feels like this justice is almost like, oh, I'm going to get my justice because I say so. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm getting. And for a lot of my Aries, you guys have evaluated your emotions. You guys know how you are feeling at the moment and at this time. I'm getting the sense that, you know, you're well aware of the hurt, the pain, maybe some resentment, hatred that you have towards individuals. Like, you're well aware of all of that. But it's to get yourself out of that cycle. It's like, I think for some of you guys, you get jealous easily, and that's something that you've suppressed in your shadow, and it's now coming to the surface, and you're now having to heal and work through that. Again, for some of you, it's just like having to get that upper hand, having to get that last word, and you felt like you didn't get your last word. Like, this person said something, then blocked you. You know, for some of you, that's what happened. And then you didn't get to say what you wanted to say. This person didn't hear what you wanted to say. And not only that, but you wanted to be the one to say the last word. You wanted to be the one to end it. And you were mad that this person broke up with you first and you not break up with them. Like, for some of you, I'm getting that. Where there's some Aries. There are some Aries out there that I swear have said this, like, oh, I should have broken up with them first. It's like Aries, it's like you have to be first, you know? And it's funny because it's like you're really embodying that, like, zodiac is kind of what it feels like. It's like that fiery, passionate, but also very, like, fierce. And sometimes I feel like when I think of Aries, I think of, like, I don't even know how to describe it. I think of a raging fire. You know, like Leo, I look at it like it's a campfire. Like Sagittarius, I look at it like it's like a natural forest fire when it gets like when it gets too dry. I feel like that's how I see Sagittarius is. Not that they're dry, but like, you know, when how fires get started. But for Aries, I always feel like it's like a man-made fire, you know? Like, it can rage on and it can be burning for days. Like, you guys have so much energy, so much ambition. It's amazing. You guys really are like the ram. You can get yourself up a hill in such tight and awkward spaces and still not fall and rise to the highest peaks. But what happens is sometimes my Aries can take it a little too far. Sometimes I think that's what's going on. Is like, for a lot of my Aries, you guys don't feel like you are strong enough to reach that top alone. And because of that, and it's because of you viewing your self-worth with this person, is that you cannot see that you can actually make it to the top. That you can actually make it to the top by yourself without needing somebody, without having to have somebody there. And it's also learning to accept that, you know, sometimes you don't win every situation, you know? And that's really what I'm getting for some of you guys. It's like, it's not like it's a game. I mean, I'm not trying to make it seem like you guys are like super like egotistical or, you know, because I'm not really sensing that. It's just sensing that you wanted to be seen, you wanted to be heard, you wanted to be acknowledged, and you wanted to be treated like an equal. And I felt like this person didn't do any of that. And because of that, there's that sense of you that feels like now you deserve the justice. Now you know, and it's like Aries are those go out and get it kinds of energy. And for me, that's what I'm sensing. It's like that justice is like going out and getting it. Like, I am going to get it. That's what it feels like. So I'm hoping that this can resonate so far for some of you. Because what's going on, I think, for a lot of you guys is this is going to open you guys up to becoming more independent on your own, not relying so much on other people's opinions of you, not worrying so much about how others think or view of you. And not only that, but you also just acknowledging that, just acknowledging your own self-worth is something that's going to help you. And it's something that's going to help you actually expand, grow, and be able to mature. As the more you go through life, you're going to mature. And because of that, you have to go through things and situations to where sometimes it feels like a lose situation. And that's what I keep getting. It's like a win-lose situation, and you lost and this person won, but it's not. I'm sensing for some of you, you think, oh, this person won, but nobody won. Like, there's nobody here that won this. And that's what I'm feeling. And for some of you, it just feels like for some of you guys, you're just angry. And for others of you, it's like just deep grief and sadness. Either way, there's a lot of heavy emotions, but I do think that you guys are aware of it. On a subconscious level, I really do think you guys are aware of these emotions. You know that these emotions are there. It's just for some of you guys, you might be ignoring it, or you're now, and for some of you, I feel like you've been ignoring it for a while, but you're now kind of saying, okay, enough is enough. I should probably heal through it. And others of you, you're kind of, you're getting there. You're starting to reach that point to where you are starting to heal through whatever emotional turmoil you were experiencing, because again, I feel like your emotions are tying the spread. All right, so what cycles, what phases are Aries for the month of May leaving? What phases are they leaving? What new cycles are they entering? Okay. All right, I think that's it. So we have here, have faith in your dreams, the waxing crescent moon. Then we have here, don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo. And that is interesting, because that's what I was feeling too, was pride. I just couldn't quite put my finger on it. It was pride. A lot of your guys' pride and ego has been bruised, and which is why you feel like there's this win-lose situation. Your ego likes to make a game out of things. And sometimes we get so caught up in that it gets kind of hard to disassociate from it. A lot of you guys have hopes. A lot of you guys have dreams. You're trying to, I think, achieve that dream, but like I said, you're doing it in ways to where you're trying to prove your worth to others. So like that's your main motivation to achieving a goal or achieving a dream, is to see how others will admire you, or to see how others will view you, because you want people to respect you. You want people to look at you as a stable, successful person. And that's not always like a bad thing. Clearly, we all want to be seen in a positive light. But I'm just sensing that for some of you, that's what's going on, is you're using other people to try and like, it's like you trying to prove this person wrong for leaving you. Like, oh yeah, I'll show you in the end that, you know, leaving me was a mistake. And it's like something like that. And so it's like what you're doing is you're trying to achieve those goals in order to be like, ha, to this person. But what's happening is, because of that, it feels like you're more frustrated in not only the relationships around you and them around you as well, but also because now you're getting frustrated with yourself. Now you're starting to doubt your own self, your own capabilities, because you don't think you have the strength to continue, because you're losing your ambition. The reason you're losing that ambition to achieve your goals and to have faith in your goals is because, again, what you're using to propel you forward is not authentic to you. It's not something that's going to be beneficial to you. So to let go of that pride and swallow your pride and say, you know what? I might have been a little codependent with this person. I might have been a little clingy with this person. Or I might have left this person in kind of a terrible way. Maybe I should apologize. Or, you know, owning up to the accountability of what you have done in a situation, whether it's negative or positive, it doesn't matter. That's only a perspective that we hold. What is good, what is bad, the truth is it's neither. It's what we label it as. And so for a lot of you guys put connotations to what's bad, what's good, which is why you have a shadow. And your shadow side is coming up because it is time to heal that shadow side. And for a lot of you guys, it's the pride that you have, and it's the pride of wanting to be valued and seen. And because of that, it's like a raging fire within you, and it burns away anything that would be meaningful in your life because you are expecting others to make you happy. You're expecting others to take care of you. But really, in reality, you're the one that's supposed to be doing that for yourself, and others can't do that for you. So you're learning. This is the cycle that you're closing out this month, Aries, is the cycle of learning to take accountability, reevaluating what exactly am I trying, like, why am I trying to achieve what dream and what goal? And am I trying to do it from a pure, authentic place, or am I doing it from a place where I'm trying to get validation and value from others? And learn to really pay attention to your ego. Because again, you could be dealing with a Leo too. You know, some of my Aries could be dealing with a Leo, and you know, maybe this Leo is stubborn, maybe this Leo is prideful. But what I'm sensing is either way, you have to learn to let go and heal through this situation, because whatever is happening, it's causing my Aries to learn to let the fire rage on and accept it. Accept the anger, accept the shadow side, accept your pride being damaged, accept everything that you have deemed negative, all the negative qualities you hate about yourself. When you can learn to accept it, that shadow side kind of goes away, the fire kind of goes down, and you're not burning yourself or others around you because you're in a more calmer state, you know? And that's really what's happening here for you guys, is you guys are starting to evolve and mature. All right, so let's see what Spirit has. I'm going to start ending this reading soon. I'm going to close it off, and we're going to do what Spirit wants to say. What messages does Spirit have for my Aries at the end of this? I hope that this makes sense to you guys. And I hope that this isn't too harsh, but I kind of felt like, you know, this needed to be said the way that it was said. And honestly, I have no regrets. I think that for a lot of my Aries, you guys have tremendous, and I'm sensing this, I'm honestly a little jealous. A lot of ambition that you're holding back. You have so much potential, Aries, but you're holding it back because you're afraid of that shadow. You're afraid of what it might unleash. It's almost like you're afraid it's going to unleash a monster that you can never tame, that you can't bring back, you know? And that's kind of what it feels like. And you're scared of your own shadow is what's going on. And you needing to make terms with it because you don't feel like you're good enough, because there is that part of you that gets angry easy, or there's a part of you that, you know, others have rejected in you that you have now felt like is a bad part of you, because when growing up they would be like, oh, don't be angry, or don't do this, or don't do that, and because of that you associate, okay, well now I can't do that, you know, because I want this person's approval, I want this person's love, and this person doesn't want me doing that, so it's clearly bad. And so you deemed parts of yourself as bad. But Aries, all of you is not, it's neither good or bad. Again, it's all a perception of how you handle the situation. Once you learn that your monsters are there, it gets pretty easy to start to learn to love them after a while. And then after a while, you're no longer feeling like you have these monsters. So that's what I'm sensing, is my Aries are facing their inner demon, and this person is helping you do that by them either rejecting you or you running away and having to face your demons head on, because running away is also going to eventually catch up to you, and you're going to have to face it, you know? Either way, I'm sensing that you're going to eventually have to face the reality of whatever situation that you let yourself in. All right, so now we have Om Shanti, peace, blessing. Om Shanti, blessed are you with everlasting peace beyond words or understanding. Blessed are you in the tranquility and bliss. Blessed are you with the clarity that reveals the beauty of your soul, and through which all appears as infinite. A blessing of gratitude. Be grateful for all your experiences, for all in life serves a purpose. There is a blessing in all that did or didn't happen. There is a blessing unfolding this very moment. Listen to your heart and follow its wisdom. Be mindful, for the journey is as important as the destination. A blessing of acceptance. Every part of you is equally worthy of love. Accept yourself as you are, and this will be a blessing unto yourself and others. If you wish to see the truth of the matter, hold no preferences, either for or against a particular outcome. Just be the love that you truly are. Beautiful. What am I saying? Yes, be grateful. Be grateful that this person rejected you. Be grateful that you are evolving. Be grateful that your light, like you have a roof over your head. Like, find things to be grateful for. Find ways every day to be grateful, because the more you're grateful about situations, obviously the more is going to come to you. Because I'm also sensing that for a lot of you guys, once you learn to accept all aspects of you, once you start to at least incorporate and start to integrate that shadow self back to the light again, the more tranquility, the more peace, the more love you will feel. And I'm really sensing that for a lot of my Aries, is that you guys have a bright future. You guys have the ability to move past this. I believe in you guys. I can sense the strength even if you can't. And I know that eventually, while you start practicing self-love and starting to just reevaluate what you see, what qualities in you that you don't like, and learn to accept it and then incorporate that back into your whole being. And that will help you grow in leaps and bounds. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that this resonated for you. Thank you. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.